Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. We're continuing our A through Z playthrough with Gazlowe today. He was released on March 13th, 2014, which of course means he was one of the original characters to be added into the Nexus. We did try to record this last week sometime, but I used my laser Gazlowe build, which isn't very good, and we had a lot of ult synergy issues, let's put it that way. And I've reflected on it, and basically I've been trying to record too many videos at one time. I've gone back and looked at the last match each day of recording, and it's always like the worst one. So we're gonna shorten our recording sessions a little bit. We're gonna do 4 characters a day. It's okay. It's not terrible. We'll stay ahead of our upload schedule with that. But I also wanted to use a build for Gazlowe that represented more of how he's actually played, because the laser Gazlowe build is quite bad in a lot of cases. It's not very good in a lot of cases. But Gazlowe has a 51.5% win rate. He has a 4.8% popularity. He is the 9th least played / banned hero. And he's had, and I want to make this clear, no fucking changes this year. It's been 2 small little bug fixes. He got a rework back on March 14th, 2017. In that rework, he lost sprint, but gained his talent build that he has right now, which, is an okay talent build. I'm thinking for the laser build, we get rid of this extra cooldown reduction, and we just get mana from Scrap-O-Matic. I think that might help it. Okay, theory crafting in the middle of my intro. Let's not do that. So he's not in a great spot. He's not in a terrible spot. He's definitely not popular, but there is a cult following for Gazlowe that has been there since the beginning of the Nexus. And I say, I kind of like the guy. He's kind of fun. Now, I'm going to go into quick match today because when you queue with a party of 5, it tries to set you up against other premates, which means they're probably going to have better communication. And literally all I want to fucking do is split push. So I want the enemy team to be as unorganized as humanly possible. Yeah, let's hope that works. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the Towers of Doom today.
Alright, I'm giving you
That's it.
10 seconds.
We found a great map for us, but it's not a bad map for us. We can apply a lot of pressure as a Robo-Goblin Gazlowe here. Here we go, boys. So, the current Robo-Goblin Gazlowe build is the top, 4 or 5 builds for a Gazlowe. There is one variation in his talent tree. Okay, I'm not going to do push-ups in between games again. I'm out of breath. Okay. There's one variation in his talent tree where he utilizes his explosive charges to deal damage, and it's focused on the black hole. The graviton bomb. There's nothing wrong with that, I guess. It's just not his highest win rate. I can see that working. You just kind of need the right combo for it. We're going to be going up against Zagara in the top lane, which means we're going to be losing in the top lane today. But I can just try to focus on getting those region globes whenever I can. The friendly team today, Gazlowe, Hanzo, Murky, Rhaegar, and Phoenix. The enemy team, Zagara, Malthael, Nova, Sylvanas, and Stukov. I wouldn't say one team has an advantage over the other. I mean, the Nova's a little scary, not knowing where she is, so I definitely don't want to push up too far, but we could just kind of hang out. We can play safe. Nova looks like she's in the bottom lane. Rhaegar and Murky taking over that Merc camp. Oh, she was middle. Let's see. I'll just drop this and leave because I gotta get back up to the top lane pretty fast. Zagara's pushing it, boys. She's pushing. So our Q ability on Gazlowe drops a turret on the ground. This will prioritize whatever walks in range first, until you tell it to target something else. Now, this was something that Gazlowe couldn't do for quite some time. Gazlowe was not able to reposition his turrets, actually, for most of his time in the Nexus. Then, at one point, they gave him the ability to reposition using the Robo-Goblin heroic ability. If you press the button again, you can tell your turrets where to point. Now he has it as an activatable on his 1 key, which is obviously pretty nice, pretty good. Allows us to, you know, if Zagara walks in range of the turrets, we can tell the turrets to hit her. So we can apply a little bit more pressure to her. The friendly team seems to be having some trouble staying alive here.
The orders will rise shortly.
We're going to go for the Clockwork Steam Fists. Now this changes Gazlowe's playstyle a little bit because you don't want to recycle your turrets anymore. You want to just punch stuff with as many turrets up as you have, because for each turret you have on the ground, you're going to be getting 1 stack to your Clockwork Steam Fists per auto attack. So, because I had 3 turrets down there, every time I auto attacked, we were getting 3 charges, 3 stacks. I'm just going to try to keep that going. Hopefully, Hanzo will take over this objective. I'm going to eat the Banelings here. She's not going to use Banelings. Yeah, good job. And it looks like we're going to win bottom, too. Bottom's looking pretty decisive. The enemy team did grab some sappers up in the top lane, which is a little unfortunate. I'm going to pick up this scrap. Scrap is part of our trait. Reuse and no, it's just called salvager. Never mind. I thought it was called use, reuse, and recycle for some reason. It allows us to break down turrets that we don't necessarily need any longer in favor of getting cooldown reduction so we can put down more turrets. We're sitting at 135 stacks out of the 600 that we need for the Clockwork Steam Fist, so that's building relatively well. It's going okay. The friendly team did manage to grab the bottom lane, so that's a great start. I could have sat in the well for 1 more second. Looks like Rhaegar's coming in for the gank. Is he attack moving? Can he lunge? There you go, bud. Good job. Good job, bud. We are going to pick up Engine Gunk here. Rocket turrets slow enemies. Now, I was thinking about this earlier. I was thinking about this over the weekend. Gazlowe's kind of an odd split pusher because most split pushers have a way of leaving. As I confessed at the start of the stream, I've been playing a lot of Samuro with great success. And the idea is, with Illusion Master, you could pretty much be anywhere on the map within a moment's notice and be safe. With Gazlowe, or let's use more examples. Falstad can fly across the map. Dahaka can burrow under the map. Zagara has her Nidus network that she can tunnel into to get to safety. They all have lots of easy ways of escaping. Gazlowe does not have that. So, by picking out the slow on our turrets, we're basically building this city everywhere we go, this city of turrets that we're leaving in our wake. And we can run back through the city of turrets to try to get to safety.
Not disappoint me.
With the slow. Like, we could target people specifically with the slow to try to get out. I don't think I win this at all, but I'm going to try to punch my way out. Yep, it's not going well, boys. Not going well at all. Come back in, bud. Come back in. The water's fine. This time I have 2 turrets down. What the fuck you gonna do?
Let the Gravekeeper
Hi,
know
team.
my power.
That ability right there is called the Death Laser. It takes quite a long time to charge if you're not using the laser build. But it allows you to build up a pretty potent nuke. The issue is that you're standing still for most of the cast, so it's kind of counterintuitive. Most people are going to be running away from you at that point. But you are able to deal a pretty surprising amount of damage once again, especially if you go for a Death Laser build, which, again, we're not doing. Robo Goblin coming out at level 10. This replaces our normal hands with buzzsaws normally. In this skin, we get, like, spiked fists. And it allows us to deal increased damage. Now, this ability has changed a lot over the course of the game's life. It used to be increased damage to only minions, mercenaries, and structures, right? Then I think it always excluded monsters, I think. Then they changed it to kind of its current state now. Oh, no, then they gave it that turret thing I was talking about earlier, where it was like, okay, so does it actually... Is it for team fighting now? I can't fucking tell. No one can fucking tell. Then they changed it to activate to gain 30 armor and 30 movement speed for 4 seconds. Basic attacks deal 100% bonus damage to all targets. So we could actually use it as a bit of a team fighting mechanic all of a sudden. But let's be honest, it's mostly just used for split pushing. The enemy team did take our bottom buildings down. Sylvanas getting a lot of pushing in. We need to take them back. Now, luckily, our turrets, if you place them down, do count as minions. So we can put this here, put this here, and try to burst this building down. Hopefully our minions get here sometime this fucking week. Come on. There you go. The objective's up down here. I'm still trying to take the building back before I go down. Murky's on the point right now. He's channeling. Hopefully I get the objective before he channels. He was interrupted. That's actually a good thing. All right, cleaning up these sappers. We're not getting that objective, boys. We're not getting that objective. We still have half of our team middle. And a mind control going down. Hello? I'm gonna peek for some fucking assistance down here because it looks like these guys are moving in with the Vigilance. Phoenix just sitting in the middle lane right now. Didn't come down for the objective. Isn't coming for my pings. I'm just gonna try to siege up. Popping my move speed increase and I canceled the laser, but we got her. Canceled the laser.
Man, I'm good.
That camp is still down. I'm assuming it was bribed by Nova, which is why it's back up so quickly. I'm going to keep focusing on getting my Clockwork Steam Fist done. Now, I didn't actually tell you what you get for finishing this. After increasing the duration of turrets by 600 total seconds, reduce the charge cooldown of rocket turrets by 3 seconds. So basically, we can use more turrets and fill up an area significantly faster. Looks like Top's having a hard time. I'm going to ping up there. Hopefully, the team goes to respond. We see 3 or 4 members of the enemy team up there. We're going to go for the extra large bombs, although I don't think we're going to get any value out of it whatsoever, so maybe we won't. We could try this disable thing. I don't know if it's any good. I've never really taken it, but they don't have a stun, so I don't really feel the need to take that. Get out of here! So if someone's foolish enough to walk up into melee range, we can't actually trade with them just a tad. And she's just sitting in our lasers and everything too. I get it, she's trying to disable these sappers as much as possible, but maybe that's a game you don't want to play. Maybe you don't want to fuck with me. Did you know I'm okay, you can fuck with me, I'm sorry! Can't actually get out of this, but hopefully I distracted 3 members of the enemy team long enough for us to channel. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Oh, some good damage. Oh, nice. Interrupt. Beautiful, Hanzo. Beautiful. All right, looks like we won. We're going to be back up in just a moment. I believe if you teleport at the right time as Phoenix there, you can actually nullify the damage of that
down the Gravekeeper's core.
Malthael's ult. I'm not entirely sure. All right, we pushed up. Push a fort together. The team wants to go bottom. I kind of want to clean top. Oh, we got a battle over the objective, boys. Hold on. I'm coming down. You got to get on the point because he's not going to make it for long. There you go. Yeah, this is mine. You better fucking leave. I better fucking leave. So I can just tell the turrets to focus this Stukov. We can start to run out. Nova's chasing after me, but I popped my armor, so hopefully I can get a little bit of a leeway. We're going to slow down Nova as well with those turrets. We do have our sippy cup up. I don't know if we should really be fighting at the moment, but it looks like we are. Another execute coming out from Malthael is going to take him down as the enemy team pretty much just takes over middle lane. Mind control being used on Phoenix as well, so they're picking up a few kills here, boys. They're picking up a few kills. Malthael is following me up to the top lane. We're going to focus our turrets on Zagara so she can't dive too much. Nova, with the pinning shot, is reducing our armor pretty substantially, and it looks like we may be losing our top lane here. Going to ping for assistance. There's no one to come to assist me. Maybe I can discourage them enough.
Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battleground.
I feel like I'm regretting this, especially with Nova here.
Well.
What? I mean...
Oh, we just lost 2 fucking buildings. That's a pretty big deal. That's a pretty big deal. The enemy team does have level 16 talents right now. We do not quite have those yet. We're fighting over the objective, but we get significantly less out of this objective than they do. Once again, going to try to siege up and take this down. We're going to take a talent that gives us another rocket turret, so we can siege this a little bit easier. Going to try to disable it with my W ability as well. They were fighting 4v3 there, so I didn't think I needed to come down. The enemy team was getting both top objectives. Okay, gonna go channel. Didn't think that was gonna be that close.
The tower now belongs to me.
Get her, Murky! Hey. Oh, they also got boss at some point. I didn't realize that. So the enemy team is mostly dead for the next 20 seconds or so. I think I'm going to try to push in here. Reclaim a little bit of the middle lane. At least get the walls down so we can take it later. Murky up in the top lane is bribing that mercenary camp. Okay, one wall down. Right, we're just going to slow him. Oh, I wonder if he knows he's losing. Wonder if I knew I was losing.
Welcome to the crew.
53 overkill. Damn. Murky is up there. I was already pushing middle.
And there goes their key.
Damn. 53 overkill. That sucks.
Yeah, give him the clamps.
Damn. Big for these 6 months in a row. Hey, team. Save bot before you take a camp.
The altars are rising heroes. To get ready.
Choose a talent.
I was a little snarky. I wanted to be. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Now, at level 20, we unlock the Mecha Lord. Basic attacks deal an additional 100% damage, and we gain 25 passive armor. Now, every single one of our auto attacks is dealing 200% its normal
Take the
damage.
altars and put an end to the Gravekeeper.
Come on, interrupt. Good.
This realm will be mine.
Two
and
fucking
mine
100%.
alone. Enough of this charade. Bring down
I
the
wanna do this.
Gravekeeper's core.
I will not return to those wretched mines.
They got this channel, no problem, right?
The altar
Good.
is ours.
I'm starting.
Fire upon the Gravekeeper.
We also have 25% armor, which means 25 all damage resists, spells, auto attacks, everything. We're resisting all of it. This is when I start to shine, boys. This is when we take over the fucking world. The enemy team has revived, so I don't want to go too far here. But I can at least get the wall down once again. We see 3 middle, 1 bottom. So maybe I can push.
Your enemies destroy the key.
Now remember, when buildings die, it actually drops scrap, which gives you some CDR that you didn't have earlier. Okay, backing up. Uh-oh, a lot of people dying bottom. It gives you some cooldown reduction that you wouldn't have otherwise, unless you scrap your buildings.
That's what this baby is built for.
So make sure you're utilizing that, is what I'm saying. Make sure you take advantage of that shit. We need to be careful for the mind control. I assume it was just used bottom, but I don't know that for sure. So let's try to disable as much of that mini wave as we can.
Kill switch engaged.
Let's see, Murky is dead at the moment too. I'm the only one alive on the team. All right, back it up. I guess you can have it. Go ahead and take it. I don't need it. We do need to take bottom back though before they're able to grab top.
That's what this baby is built for.
Easy. So this is gonna give us 3 shots, this objective. She's taking top right the fuck now. Turning my armor on and running away. You snarky ass motherfuckers chasing after me. Hopefully we can get middle. These guys are really split.
Disappoint me.
Oh, this is getting sketchy. Channel. So Sylvanas is top, Zagara's bottom. This is our chance.
You've lost this one, Raven Lord. It will
We're gonna go retake middle. We're not gonna get middle. We're not gonna get it? So that's 6 damage we didn't need to take. That's okay. We'll just retake this. Very close game on our hands, boys. Very fucking close game. Our team needs to stop fighting when they're outnumbered. So this is a problem. They keep doing it over and over and over, and then Sylvanas just pushes on her own. It looks like that's exactly what we did. We're not going to have Phoenix or Rhaegar for 50 seconds. I keep canceling my death laser, and I don't know why. I can't stop this. I mean, I'll try, I guess, but I can at least mess up the rotation a little bit. It's really all I got. If Sylvanas takes a little longer to get up to the top lane, I mean, that's probably good for us. We could retake this building, but we're losing bottom at the moment, too. It's not looking good. Not looking good. Team took a really bad fight there. Let's disable this.
That's what this baby is built for. I can handle that.
It's ours. If we can get a kill here, that could be big.
You better hurry. The altars rise again.
Fuck, we're all gonna be fighting over bottom. Okay, we need this just so we have a sippy cup in the area. Disable. Go in. Turrets. Turrets. Okay, we got it back. Scrap these. I need the cooldown reduction. Let's go. We got a big advantage here.
Be swift, heroes.
Murky's dealing with the Merc camp up top, right? It looks like he is.
Cronies reach the altars before you.
Someone needs to fucking channel. Silenced. We basically hit like the butcher right now. Unfortunately, I'm not getting any heals, and the whole team died. All right, so that's Gazlowe in 2018. He's exactly the same as Gazlowe in 2017. He doesn't have much build variety, and I kind of hope he gets some changes soon.
Up for another round?
Kind of hope he gets some changes soon. Damn. MVP. Damn. We could have won that game so easy. They took so many team fights in bad spots. But I will say, the team fight potential of this build is not super great. Like I said, in the late game, you hit like the butcher. Our auto attacks hit really fucking hard. But there is a wombo combo build if you wanted to try that. Most people do not go, from what I could tell. How fun was this last match? I'll give it a little. Most people do not go for this setup if you are going for the wombo combo build. Instead, you would go for extra TNT into more fucking TNT. I guess it doesn't really matter what you take here. Probably the engine gunk again, I would imagine. And then the gravel bomb. And the idea is you drop 2 charges of your explodium TNT on the ground, right? And then the gravity thing on top of that to suck everybody in. At level 20, you then get the miniature black hole, which pretty much pulls everything on one side of the screen into one spot. You hit them for a very, very substantial amount of damage and hopefully win a team fight. It's kind of what I was trying to do in the other episode we recorded, but I didn't go for any of the TNT talents. So we'd pull them in and then they would just kind of sit there and look at me. They were like, why'd you do that? As opposed to me striking fear into their hearts. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Up next, we're going to be taking a look at Ginji, a character I don't play at all, followed by Greymane, a character I don't play at all, and Gul'dan, a character, you guessed it, I don't play at all. So today's going to be a trying one. See you guys next time. Okay, bye.